The BioSteel All-Canadian Basketball Game is brought to you by BioSteel Natural Sports Drink. Drink the pink.
And welcome here to Ryerson's Mattamy Athletic Center, the site of the first ever BioSteel All-Canadian Game featuring 24 of the best young basketball players this country has to offer. They've been split into two teams, Team Red, Team White, 12 aside. As we show you the starting lineups now for these two teams, and a couple of the guys we talked about a little bit earlier. Thonmaker is on Team Red. Keep an eye on him. You won't be able to miss him. And Jamal Murray, who has done so incredibly well in all-star tournaments and so forth down in the United States. He is the leader of Team White. 12 aside. Everybody's going to get some minutes. Everybody told us yesterday, this is not just going to be a run and dunk fest. This is going to be a real basketball game. We're going to see some defense tonight.
That's what they're promising. And the coaches are saying, if you watch the practices yesterday, they actually put in some defense. They talked about it. They talked about rotations. And both teams want to get after each other.
A lot of these players, of course, have played with each other either in high school or AAU or for junior national programs. These are 24 guys who really like each other. You could see that when we were up in Orangeville yesterday.
Oh, you could definitely see it. Some wonderful characters and personalities on this team, but make no mistake, competitive.
Yes. They know a lot of people are watching this game. They know a lot of people they want to impress are watching this game. A great venue for this kind of a game. And a nice crowd here at Ryerson for the BioSteel All-Canadian Game. And Thonmaker, of course, his younger brother, Mattamy, is one of the starters on Team White. So we'll see if they just hugged and had a laugh with each other. We'll see if they match up against one another.
It's kind of like Powell and Marc Gasol going head-to-head right here.
Who do you got? This is about, who do you got? I got him? You mean I got to take him?
Come on, I got to deal with this guy every day.
We'll see how they sort itself out. Thonmaker, Matthew Neufeld on the tip. And an early opportunity for Team Red. They're playing with a 24-second shot clock here. 4 12-minute quarters. It's kind of a hybrid of rules from different levels. As Howard Washington scoops it up, no good, but the follow is there for Jordy Chimanga, a 6'11" player out of Montreal.
And very strong.
Yep.
All the players on the floor would tell you one thing. He may be the strongest guy out here. He gets a lot of respect because of that.
Playing down at a prep school in Massachusetts right now. A number of these players have gone to the U.S. Many of them, though, if not most of them, are still here in Canada. He is a scorer, isn't he?
Jamal Murray has so many great parts to his game when it comes to scoring. Does it inside, outside, off the dribble, off the pick, doesn't matter. He can get his shot.
Thonmaker misses the three. Maker is 7'1". There's Chimanga, 6'11", about 260 pounds. And he's drawing interest from schools like Boston College, Virginia Tech. Just about everybody in this game tonight figures to be playing Division I college basketball in the U.S.
No question about that.
Murray guarded by Jalen Poyser, who won the dunk contest last night. This is Corey Johnson. He won the three-point shooting contest. And that is going to be white ball.
Get another look with that drive by Washington. Chimanga doing a great job getting position. You can see just moving up Maker on that rebound. And then Murray with that smooth little flip in the lane.
Poyser drawing the assignment of Murray. Murray from Kitchener had 30 points last week in the Team World Team USA game, won by the World 102-100. Thonmaker was in the game as well. Murray had 30 points and was named the most valuable player.
And I love this matchup with Poyser because if you watch Poyser in practices, Dan, he is a tough competitor. He gets into you. He talks a little trash. He likes to really up the ante. So this is a great matchup.
Murray now with a switch. Thonmaker on him, lobs it inside, and Mattamy is there for the lay-in.
He is just a smaller version of his brother, but you could see the good hands catching in traffic and able to finish in a crowd.
Thon's about 7'1". Matteamy's younger. He's 6'10", 6'11". Justin Jackson, no, with a left hand. Rebound for Jerome DeRosier. Murray scoops it. Maker rejected by Justin Jackson.
Going to see a lot of that in this game. You got some high flyers out here.
Howard Washington open, leaves the three short. Neufeld down with a rebound. Murray. And we'll head to the free throw line.
Murray just has so much savvy on the floor, whether it's making a pass or taking a shot. He's just in control at all times. And here's some of that high flying ability. Jackson just getting up on Maker and getting the block. Good anticipation.
Got a little wrist too.
Yeah. It's an all-star game.
That's right.
Gotta let it go.
Murray is drawing attention from just about every big-name college basketball program you can think of. Duke, Michigan State, Kentucky. Remains to be seen where he winds up. He technically is a 2016. He could reclassify academically if he takes care of some things over the summer and come out a year early, but it sounds like that he's going to spend another year here, maybe up at Athlete Institute in Orangeville where we were yesterday. He's a native of Kitchener, Ontario.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's committing one way or the other, but that's the rumor that he is going to come back.
Maker misses another three.
Great
Murray,
pass.
Yep. Mature Maker gathers. DeRosier open. And it'll be white ball. And there's some of the information on Jamal Murray. Basically everybody wants this guy. If you're named Nike Hoop Summit MVP, that's not maybe a household term in Canada, but in the U.S., that's about as big an honor as you can get, considering you're playing against the 12 top high school basketball players in the U.S.
And globally. I mean, you have the world team there, and he's the third all-time leading scorer in the Summit as well. It tells you he's done it over a period of time. And here's Poyser, just a big-time competitor. You see it right now. He's already talking. He's getting down on defense after he makes the shot, trying to get after Murray.
Johnson inside into traffic, turns it over. Poyser again, 1-on-2, misses the reverse. DeRosier the rebound. And DeRosier trying to go coast to coast. Tip no good. And it'll belong to Team White.
Corey Johnson last night, he won the three-point competition, and here you get a look at him doing a great job of getting back, squaring, and knocking down that jump shot. Great arc on that shot. Quick release as well. He's going to be playing at Harvard for Tommy
right. How about DeRosier? Boy, he has come out anything but shy tonight. The 17-year-old from Montreal slams it home.
He's a player that not only, as you see, he can shoot the basketball. He's not afraid to shoot the basketball, but he has got some hops going to the bucket. Good recognition right here. Splits the D and just takes it in strong.
Older brother Philippe drafted by the Dallas Stars, so they got some hockey in the family. They got some basketball. And
got everything covered.
Yeah. And we've already mentioned a couple of players. Chimanga and DeRosier are from Quebec. We've got some players from out west as well. A couple players from BC, one from Alberta, one from Nova Scotia. The vast majority of players, though, do come from Ontario.
Yeah, and a lot of that's population dictates that.
Jackson. Chimanga with the long jumper, too strong. And down with the rebound, Murray. Behind the back, in traffic, no look past DeRosier. Scoops it to Maker, who's rejected again.
And it's Jackson that did it again.
Battle for the rebound. Chimanga not given any ground, can't finish, and then Murray is held. And I think it's Washington who's going to get called for the foul.
Justin Jackson active on defense. Dan doing an excellent job of reading this play, getting up, and you see as the shot has changed, he's right there, reacts, and able to get the block on Maker. Jackson is one of those guys that he calls himself a utility guy. He says he can affect the game in any way, not just scoring. He can affect it rebounding, defense, blocking shots, and he's showing that already.
And he's one of 5 players in this game who have already committed to a specific college to play, as Maker gets rejected for the 3rd time already. Jackson's headed to UNLV next year. Nice lay in there by Neufeld. He's another one of the players who is committed. The native of Victoria is going to play for the Billikens at St. Louis University. Reversed by Thonmaker. Neufeld got a piece.
And that's the one thing about Neufeld. He's a deceptively good athlete. He's got some sneaky hops.
Maker everything but the finish. Loose ball to Team Red. Poyser pushing. Gets by DeRosier and lays it in.
Poyser's aggressiveness just stands out to me. Every time he's got his hands on a ball or at the defensive end, he just wants to make something happen.
There's another one who's committed. He's from Malton, Ontario, and he's also going to UNLV next year, so he'll be a teammate of his teammate here tonight, Justin Jackson.
Well, he spent some time at Findlay Prep, and that's where he got familiar with the UNLV situation. As an assistant coach, actually moved on to UNLV.
Yep. Jackson open. Crossover, reverse,
Tough move.
Wow.
Tough move. In that body control, he's got a lot of strength. I mean, when he comes at you, he's like a freight truck, but he's got ability to avoid contact and finish in the traffic.
Murray, wow.
He's just smooth. Man, that's the one word, just smooth.
Poyser baseline, left-handed floater, no. And long rebound out to Jackson. Good cut, nice pass, and a foul will send Washington to the line.
I like the fact a lot of these guys are willing to make the pass in this game. A lot of times in this environment, players are just going out and getting theirs, and Murray kicking that ball out. That Neufeld doing what he can do, finishing around the rim. As you said, heading to St. Louis next year, and Murray just so smooth.
Should I dunk it? No, I'll adjust and lay it
yeah,
in,
I'll
so,
do that. I got
you know.
time. I'll do that next time down the floor. But you see what Murray's doing. Danny, he's so active that he'll get rebounds, he'll push the ball up the floor, he's making the right passes, but he's always under control. He never looks rushed on the floor.
A couple of subs coming in for both teams. Washington at the line. Plays for Montverde Academy down in Florida. They just won the U.S. High School National Championship last year.
Defeated Oak Hill in the championship.
Right. Washington, born in Buffalo, lives in Florida, but dual citizenship. His mom from Niagara Falls, Ontario. So here he is wearing red.
You talk of another guy that can really shoot the basketball.
Johnson. And that's about automatic when he's open.
I'll tell you what, if I'm playing with Murray, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to find my spot in the floor because I know he's going to find me. That was another great look from him.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Tommy Amaker, the coach at Harvard, I'm pretty excited. Maker now high post. Again, he's more of an outside guy than an inside guy. Comes up with the loose ball, and he draws the foul. Timeout on the floor between Team White and Team Red. Jamal Murray. He said he likes to score. He wasn't kidding. He's off to a good start here in the BioSteel All-Canadian game.
Well, welcome back to the BioSteel All-Canadian inaugural basketball game. I'm joined now by Bill Wennington. A slight height difference here, Bill, and I'm on 4.5-inch heels, if you can believe it. Now, so far, so good with this game. Yourself, playing for the national team, playing in the NBA for years, could you ever imagine that we'd get to a point with Canada basketball that we had our own showcase game?
Well, I thought it was possible. I wish it happened a lot sooner, but basketball has grown so much in the past. The media's coverage is so much better now than it was back when I was playing the day, and the young people are playing, so we're getting very talented players. And as you can see by the last 2 draft picks in the NBA, both Canadians and #1, it's growing by leaps and bounds.
And now we have some guys like Thonmaker and Jamal Murray. Do you just see it continuing to grow and the talent continuing to be produced from our country?
Oh, I absolutely do, because it's only going to be more publicity is going to get more kids playing. And once they see that Canadians are out here playing, getting to play in a game like this, and they feel that they have an opportunity to do the same thing, they're going to start to play the game themselves.
Great, thank you very much, Bill. Enjoy the rest of the game. Dan?
All right, Kate, thank you. Well, you had obviously the Raptors have had an enormous impact on kids wanting to play basketball in this country. Steve Nash has had an enormous impact, and there will be kids years from now who'll be saying, I want to be like Jamal Murray, I want to be like Thonmaker.
Absolutely. And Billy Wennington actually took a path that a lot of kids have been taking. Ooh, off the glass. I don't know if Washington called that one, but he'll take it.
By the way, when I was growing up, I wanted to be like Leo Rounds. I just want you to know.
Now, how much do I owe you? Well, Billy Wennington grew up, it was in Montreal, and he actually went to New York to finish kind of in a prep school environment to get his game going. So Billy kind of had a similar experience to what a lot of players have done, and he had an unbelievable career in obviously St. John's and a 15-year NBA career. Also played over in Europe, and really truly one of the more likable guys you'll ever be around.
Caputo. This is the 3. Murray will save it again and again with the presence of mind and the hang time to not just throw the ball blindly. He finds a teammate, and they get 3 out of it at the other end as Johnson strikes again.
I love that pass. Doing a great job of finding his teammates.
Jackson muscling his way in. And he's called for the offensive foul. Johnson stepping in to take the charge.
White team doing the job defensively. And that's the key right now. Everybody's stepping in, helping out, get the save, going after the ball. Everybody working. And then the unselfish play. We saw Desiree making that great pass on the baseline.
Yep. Credit Kobe McEwen with closing out with a fury right there to prevent Johnson from getting the three off. Johnson's looking to fire whenever he gets an opportunity, isn't he?
Hey, and why not?
Yeah.
You got a shot like that, and you know they're going to have a pretty good team once again. Harvard, he's just the perfect type of player for Harvard. Very heady player, can shoot the basketball. I think he's going to fit in great there.
3 for 4 from three-point range tonight. 11 points for Johnson. As he and Murray and DeRosier really have been the three big stars. They've led the way for Team White. McEwen keeping the dribble alive, kicks it back. Jackson takes a bump, throws up a prayer, and down with a rebound, Ekiyor. DeRosier stripped. And the lane is good for Caputo. Quick hands and quick feet.
Yeah, Nelson Caputo is a guy that can defend. He can get up on you. You see the quick hands and able to finish.
Caputo, a guy drawing interest from the likes of Davidson, Baylor. Baylor's a school we heard a lot when we were talking to these kids yesterday.
You got a history there.
Yep.
As you said, you have Canadian players.
Yep.
Brady Heslop had a great
Yep.
career at Baylor, and when they came up here to scout Brady, they saw a lot of other Canadian kids.
Murray knows the shot clock expires. Back comes McEwen. Caputo, nice pass inside. Jackson misses, and then has the second one partially blocked. And here comes Team White. Behind the back, Murray out of bounds. A turnover. As we step aside with 2:45 to go here in the first half. 17-year-old Nelson Caputo from St. Mike's here in Toronto. Quick hands and the layup.
Hi, I'm Andrew Wiggins from Vaughan, Ontario, and you're watching the BioSteel All-Canadian game.
Andrew Wiggins will appreciate this. This is great basketball. Haley out of bounds. Johnson up the floor. Blair, boom, find the open man. That's just big-time basketball off a made shot. That's the way you want to play. And, you know, Dan, when you watch games, you see players that they're willing to share the basketball, willing to push that ball before and find their teammates.
Yep.
And Jamal Murray's a perfect example of a player that plays that way, and everybody's kind of picked up on that.
There's been no shortage of great passing tonight, and Team White's really been pushing the pace, but Team Red's kind of gotten back into it. We got a game now, 66-63, and a lot of time left. Bench for Team Red's done a nice job. Saunders the kick. And it is out of bounds, back to Team White, a red turnover.
You see that several times in this game. Players anxious to make a move. As that pass is coming, they're already trying to make the move instead of making the catch first. Have to slow down just a little bit.
Thonmaker remains on the bench. He has struggled tonight. His little brother Mattamy, less heralded, but has played well tonight. He's getting more minutes right now. He's in there for Team White.
He just seems to be just more aggressive, just getting after it, not worrying, not thinking, just playing.
Shittu had to adjust the shot in the air, and now it's Team White turnover.
You know, so many times you can really stifle your game when you start thinking a little bit too much. Hey, should I be this or that? And when you look at Mattamy, he's just playing. He's just having fun out there.
Saunders looks off the defender, and another strong layup.
He's had a couple of nice drives.
Turning himself a little extra playing time here in the third quarter. Johnson hit some threes early in this game. Now he'll try to drive and will draw the foul and shoot a pair.
A better decision that time, a little bit more room on a drive a little earlier. He tried to do a drive in traffic, but Saunders coming up the floor, little move right there and right down the lane. Nice job of getting it to the defense. You know, when you come down, you got your head up. Defense isn't sure what you're going to do, and that's the key. All the good players have their head up, looking at their teammates, they can always finish themselves.
Rome Baird doing a little coaching over on the Team Red bench as Johnson misses the first. DeRosier and Murray returning for Team White. Murray with 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists in 23 minutes.
We looking at a triple-double here?
We could
a little
be.
Westbrook action?
Yeah. And he's supposed to be tired after all the basketball he's played out in Portland the last little while.
I asked him yesterday morning. He got to Toronto at 6 a.m. from Portland. And I'll tell you, it's good to be young. I said, you okay? He goes, I'm good.
And there's a good energy play again by Mature Maker, deflecting the pass out of bounds. Minute 35 to go in the third quarter. First ever BioSteel All-Canadian game. Jackson, he's had a nice night.
Yeah, very understated game.
Yep.
He's strong. He doesn't force a lot of plays, and he picks his spots.
And you love the guys when you ask them what the game is like to say, I like to do all the dirty work.
Yeah.
I'm a blue-collar guy. You like that at this age.
You really do. It's you understand that you don't necessarily have to have the ball in your hands to make a difference.
Murray, shot clock at 2. And nobody on the glass for Team Red, almost as if they thought the play had ended. And Johnson there for the easy putback.
And small point here, Murray was completely aware of the clock. He knew that as soon as he got his hand on the ball, he had to shoot that.
Key job for 3. Team Red goes back on top. The Team Red has scored 32 points. Was it 44-38 at the half? 32 points here in the third quarter. Maker, nice look. Carr, wide open. DeRosier rolls off the rim, and he's got it again and draws the foul. His activity level has been outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, he's quick to the ball and going right back up with that second effort, and he's been that way from the beginning of this game on. He's just going after it.
Now, this is the kind of guy, we mentioned some of the colleges who have offered various players scholarships. He's been offered by BC, Baylor. There's Baylor again.
He mentioned Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Now, does he look like a Wisconsin guy to you? Does to me.
Yeah. Illinois as well has made him an offer. He's the kind of guy who's going to sneak in under the radar and just outwork people and get a bigger role.
There's always time for a player like that. Oh, wow. What a pass.
Murray to Maker.
That was sweet.
And the third quarter comes to a close with the teams tied at 70. Jamal Murray right in the middle of everything again, Leo.
Just a tremendous drive. Knows the clock, coming right down late. A little flip with the right hand, and Maker doing what he's been doing all game long, getting up and over the rim.
Let's take a look at our stats through 3 quarters. Brought to you by BioSteel. We are now tied at 70. A nice third quarter for Team Red, really getting to the free throw line a lot. White's been playing a track meet sometimes tonight. Red maybe not winning the style points, but they're getting the job done.
Well, the defense the White was playing in the first half has kind of gone out the window. They're giving up a lot of transition opportunities. And again, the Red plus 12 at the free throw line in terms of points. So Red doing a really good job of getting back into this.
You know what you like to see too? Some of the 16-year-olds really holding their own. Abu Kijab and Keyshawn Saunders, terrific in the third quarter.
Yeah, and the nature of what they're doing, they're driving, they're getting to the hoop. They realize, hey, maybe the jump shot's not falling, but I'm going to attack and I'm going to find a way to get to the rim.
Be interesting to see what Thonmaker's role is the rest of this game. He comes in along with Jamal Murray as the 2 most hyped guys in this game. It has not been a good night for Thonmaker. He hasn't played in a while. And does Coach Gymnopoulos put him back in there in the fourth quarter?
Well, I think he may be going in, but you got to give Coach Gymnopoulos a lot of credit for he really got his guys going in that third quarter.
Yeah. Mature Maker has had a better game than Thon has. Thon sits down. Mature's in the game. He's out there with Murray, DeRosier, Carr, and Johnson.
These guys are the guys that are getting it done, so.
Boiser's back in the game for Team Red. Kijab's still out there. Caputo is in. Jackson and Young. Corey Johnson looking at Poiser saying, what are you doing? Let me inbound the ball. Murray the drive and the kick. Johnson wide open in the corner. Short on the 3. Caputo the rebound.
Nice setup. Simple basketball.
Key job is fouled. You know, back to Murray. He probably is not, of the 24 guys here, if you have a sprint, he's probably not winning it, but boy, can he get where he wants to go with a basketball.
You know, there's an old saying, it's better to have 12 speeds of slow than one of fast. And not that he's slow at all, but
no.
he's got that great change of speeds.
Yep.
He can stop at a dime, he can accelerate, he can turn it on, he slows down, but he knows how to play at his pace. You know, that was one of the comments you always heard about Tyler Ennis. When he went to Syracuse, he played his pace. You couldn't change his pace. When you look at Murray, he plays his game. If he wants to speed up, he speeds up. If he wants to slow down, you're not going to change it.
Right. As a pro, assuming he is eventually an NBA player, and he certainly looks like he's eventually going to be an NBA player, is he a 1? Is he a 2? Is he a combo? Where do you see him?
You know, he's that kind of guy where you go back to, remember Chauncey Billups say, forget about whether I'm a 1 or 2. I'm a guard. I'm a player. I can play. And he's that type of a player. I wouldn't want to pigeonhole him and say he's one or the other, because I'll take him on my team in a heartbeat. One of the impressive aspects, it doesn't matter if you put a lot of pressure on him. Pressure does not seem to bother him at all, so he's got that great handle to free himself.
Johnson upset. He's had a couple of good looks here in the last minute.
Yeah, and in the first half, he was making all those shots.
Jackson. And down with the rebound to Rozier. Murray again. Little stutter step. High off the glass, no. Johnson the miss is again nobody's on the glass for Red.
It's almost as if they expect that ball. Murray's shooting. It's going to go in. I don't even worry about it. But Johnson's been there twice.
Murray
trying to clean up.
Murray flirting with a triple-double. Caputo whips a pass into the corner. Poyser wide open, and he buries the 3.
Yeah, an excellent setup there by Caputo.
Poyser's got friends and families. A lot of these guys do here in the stands. Every time he knocks down a shot, he points to a different person.
Every time.
Yeah.
And they're all over the place, too. They're not in one section.
No, that's right. Well, DeRozier couldn't handle that bounce pass, and that'll be an over and back violation.
Yeah, one of the few things you don't want to do if you're Jamal Murray, leave your feet to make the pass. And how about this, Nelson Caputo? He saw his teammate Poyser in that corner the whole time, made sure he got everybody focused in the middle and just dropped it off to the corner.
3 for 5 from three-point range for Poyser, 19 points to lead the way for Red. Caputo, nice move. Oh, go! Just like they drew it up in the huddle.
Well, and you know what you like to see? He's got a matchup that's favorable. DeRozier's a bigger player. You don't want a quick point guard settling for a jump shot. You want to take a bigger guy and beat him off the dribble. That's exactly what he did.
DeRozier misses the wide open 3. And down with the rebound is Young.
He's feeling it right now. Oh,
boy. It's been some of the, I don't want to maybe use the word unexpected, but some of the less heavily hyped guys who have led Team Red back and into this lead.
Well, you know, he was undefeated at St. Mike's in Canada this year, 38-0, and 48-1 overall. And this is what he does right here. Just a great handle, shakes the bigger defender that shoots over Neufeld as he gets into the lane. And you know what? He's been driving. How about a J? A lot of confidence right there.
9-0 run for Team Red here in the fourth quarter.
You know, and Caputo was one of those guys that expressed his desire to be able to stay home and play basketball. He said, hey, you know what? It's a big deal to have my mom come watch me play, to have a home-cooked meal. You know, none of us, we don't all want to go away to have to play this game.
Murray double teamed in the corner, finds Ekiyor, and he finds trouble, gets it back. Neufeld tipped away, and eventually Haley will head to the free throw line. Team Red did not like that call.
Yeah, tough call right there. Haley really had nowhere to go with that basketball. Once he left his feet, he was smothered.
Key job thought he got all ball.
It looked that way from here.
Yeah. At the line, Haley. Burnaby, BC.
Father played in the NFL.
That's right. And he's got offers from the likes of Wake Forest, Washington, Arizona State. So he's going to play some high-level college basketball.
Well, the fact that he's a 6'7" guard, And if, being able to handle the ball with that size, you can see over the defense. And if you can guard at that position, boy, you are a luxury.
He's got great hair. Easy for me to say, but he's got great hair. Poyser sizing up Murray. Step back from the corner, too strong. Nice play by Maker. Murray a full head of steam. Knocked away, and Maker, boy, he got down the floor in a hurry and is being rewarded with a trip to the line.
He's the one that got the ball away from traffic, found Murray, then hightailed it down the floor to try to clean that play up. That's impressive.
Well, not the Maker we expected to play so well here tonight, but he's doing a great job, as is Nelson Caputo, inside and outside, leading Team Red into the lead.
BioSteel All-Canadian Basketball Game is brought to you by BioSteel Natural Sports Drink. Drink the pink.
Welcome back to Toronto, the BioSteel All-Canadian Game. Dwayne Ford, one of TSN CFL analysts, looking on here.
Family having a good time.
Yeah, she's having a great time. Former NHL star Gary Roberts, just to our left here in the front row, enjoying it as well. And looking on with great interest, the general manager of Canada's senior men's national team, the recently retired and future Hall of Famer Steve Nash, looking on it. He's got to like what he's seeing here tonight.
There's just so much talent that's available for the national program now, and the national team has done such a great job at getting to all these young kids, getting them involved at a very, very early age, where the national team means so much to them.
Crunch time here, last minute. Red with a 2-point lead. Johnson misses the three, and it'll go over to Red.
And Dan, one of the reasons that the national team means something to these kids, along with representing your country, the national team has been part of their development, and that was a big step in the process.
Pressure here from White, 57 seconds to go. You got enough. How many timeouts do we have? You got enough. Timeout. We're going to try to listen into the huddles and see what Coach Melnick and Coach Gymnopoulos are thinking about here.
Oh, I got to find out if Billy Winnington and Rowan Barrett are going to chime in here.
The first two things you heard there from Coach Gymnopoulos: you've got the lead, you've got possession. So you got two things they don't have.
Yeah, be aware. Well, the red team is, Gus Gymnopoulos has done a great job here in the second half. He's got his team playing a high-level game. They struggled in that first half, but they came out with a lot of confidence in the second half.
There's Paul Melnick. So you're looking for pressure, a steal, obviously.
And Jamal Murray.
And Jamal Murray, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Get the ball back and give it to 23.
You become a lot better coach when you have somebody like Jamal Murray on your team.
You know what? And some of the greatest coaches who have ever coached the game will tell you that sometimes it just comes down to, can your best player make a play?
Exactly.
And he's made plays to the tune of 26 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds here tonight. How about Carr in the game right now? Did you expect to see that in the last minute?
He's a player that can make plays. And whether it's making a pass or making a basket. And I like that he's playing with Jamal Murray. We've already seen them interact, and Murray trying to calm him down. And right after that, they made a great play together.
That's right. Red ball, 2-point lead, 57.5 seconds to go.
Let's go.
Hijab, Poyser, Caputo, Jackson, and Fawn Maker for Red. For White, it's Murray, Johnson, Carr, DeRosier, and a mature Maker.
And one of the things that Paul Melnick said, you don't need to foul.
Nicely done by Red. These guys have played a little bit. They're well schooled. Year-round basketball when you're as good as these kids are. Jackson baseline drive and finish, and a foul.
Oh, Dan, we've said it about Jackson throughout this game. He picks his spots, doesn't force, just lets the game come to him, and just is just a great job. And then going up, knowing that you, at the end of the game, you want to get to the rim. There may be contact, go up strong and finish. That was a great move.
Tipped back out by Keyjob, and he is fouled. What a great effort on the offensive glass.
Continues to do what he's done all game long here, just going after the basketball, playing with aggression, passion, having fun out there. Doesn't matter what game you're playing in, when that free throw goes up, you better block out the shooter, take a step back, make sure your man can't get in, and get the rebound.
Missing some free throws, though. Blocking out important again. Maturemaker will have to do a job on Thonmaker. Oops, everybody's in early, but free throw will count. 5-point game. White needs a quick score. Here comes Murray. Tough three. Are you serious?
Exactly the way Coach Melnick drew it up.
Yeah. And he just had a little smile for Poyser as they walk by each other.
This kid is just a supreme talent right here. Nice. Look at the way the shoulders are squared up. Great follow through, on balance, and no big celebration right here. This is a guy that just plays the game.
He's got 29 points. And watch, Poyser actually grabbed his jersey a little bit right there. You can see, and Murray still squared up, knocked down the shot.
You know, Jack Donahue, a great coach for the Canadian national team for many, many years. Coach Lou Alcindor, then the Abdul-Jabbar in high school. And one of the things Jack always said is act like you've seen it all before. You make a great shot, don't let somebody know that you don't do this all the time. Right. and Jamal Murray plays that out perfectly.
Murray 12 for 20, 29 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, but Red still has the ball and the lead with 27 seconds to go. And although it's an all-star game, I mean, you've got coaches calling timeouts, working on things here. I mean, they're playing to win.
Well, and it's great for the kids to be in these situations and to respond to coaching, respond to execution down the stretch. Rowan Barrett. So much experience as a player.
He's been locked in all night too. I mean, he's serious tonight.
Oh yeah.
And his son is here. The RJ, who you talked about earlier, he's here watching the game tonight.
And Rowan, many great years playing collegiately, playing for Canada, playing internationally as a pro.
Red ball with a 2-point lead and 27 seconds to go. No timeouts left. Caputo again to Jackson, to Poyser, and a foul committed by Murray will send Poyser to the free throw line.
Good job of breaking that pressure right there. Everybody moving to the ball. That's the key. You want to get to the open spaces, and when that ball's coming, come to the pass. Don't risk a defender getting a hand in.
So if you're White, you just want to extend the game as much as you can. Try to get as many possessions out of this as you can. Poyser the high scorer for Team Red tonight. That's his 20th point.
And I'm not going to jinx him right here, but he's not a kind of player that's going to miss this free throw. Dan, he's going to make this. He loves this. He loves this time of the game. He's such a high-level competitor.
21 for Poyser. 4-point game. Again, White needs a quick score. Murray again. Not this time. Poyser's got it. Nice bounce pass and a good decision there by Jackson. And finally, they will foul him with 8 seconds left in the game, and Team Red on the verge of victory.
Hey, Jackson did a really good job on Jamal Murray that time when Murray took that shot. Jackson was right there, as he's been all game in different situations, contesting and challenging.
And some of the Red players going over messing with Murray a little bit. They know what kind of a game he had.
And the guy on the free throw line, Jackson, misses the first one, but you know, he's the type of player, every team needs a player like Jackson that will do the dirty work, will guard multiple positions, offensively makes good decisions.
He helped them too, breaking the press the last couple of times up the floor.
Absolutely. Kind of a utility guy on the floor. And he's very vocal. You'll see him right now. He's talking throughout the entire game, vocal with all his teammates.
Speaking of vocal, Keyjob will not leave Murray alone. He is woofing, and from behind, all we could see is Murray's shoulder shaking because he's laughing at whatever Keyjob said. Carr. And that will do it. A 99-95 win for Team Red in spite of an incredible performance tonight by Jamal Murray. Jalen Poyser and company get the victory here tonight at the BioSteel All-Canadian game.
You love the turnaround in the second half, and the younger guys like Hijab having a major impact in this game. Poyser was solid. Justin Jackson, a tremendous game, and not just scoring, but doing all the things you need a player to do on a team to win a game.
And now the handshakes between these guys. Again, some of them, you'll see hugs all around. These guys have been playing together for years. Some of them are high school teammates. Some of them are AAU teammates. Some of them have played or will play together internationally for Canada. And there's a lot of respect and affection between these 24 kids.
This guy said his own name.
We've had some, you know, Thon Maker there, but the younger brother, Mature Maker, what a game for him. You know, I thought he played with so much energy in this game and really played fearlessly. End-to-end action, making a defensive play, coming down the floor and finishing at the offensive end.
Nice crowd here too.
This is a great arena.
Great environment, The Mattamy Athletic Center here with Ryerson, the host for this game.
Ryerson doing a great job of bringing hoops back to Toronto.
Yes, definitely.
Roy Rana doing a great job here at Ryerson University.
Some of these kids flying from as far west as BC and as far east as Nova Scotia for this game.
We have both sides, team players, please line up on your respective free throw lines for the award ceremony.
And now there will be an award ceremony, so the teams are being asked to line up on their respective free throw lines. In the meantime, let's go to Kate.
All right, thank you very much, Dan. I'm here with the MVPs from the game. We will start with you, Jalen Poyser. Congratulations. First of all, you won the slam dunk last night. MVP today. How much fun has the last 2 days been for you?
I mean, like, first after, it's a blessing to get this honor, you know. Being the slam dunk champ, I'm just lost for words right now. You know, I can't really speak. But, you know, like I said, it's a blessing.
Well, congratulations and all the best at UNLV next season. Jamal Murray, what can we say? Anything more about you? Almost every single game you play, you turn up with the MVP. How much fun was it to be part of this inaugural game?
It was a great opportunity. You know, I'd always love to represent my country, you know, at whatever scale. It's always a blessing, like Jalen said. You know, me and him balled out, and, you know, I had fun.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Congratulations on MVP. All right, we will wrap right after the break. The All-Canadian BioSteel game comes to an end. A great finish to this one. Dan and Leo right after the break to wrap things up. We will see you then.
Well, there was some great basketball on display here tonight at Ryerson with Team Red defeating Team White 99-95 in the first ever BioSteel All-Canadian basketball game. Partner, we were excited about this. We were looking forward to seeing some great young talent play basketball, and we weren't disappointed.
No, it was a lot of fun, and it's great for the Canadian audience to see some of these great Canadian players, the future of basketball in this country. So it was just a tremendous evening.
If you were looking for Jamal Murray and what he could do in a basketball court, you weren't disappointed tonight either, as he led Team White with 29 points, but it was Jalen Poyser and Team Red who emerged victorious 99-95 in front of a nice crowd here at Ryerson. They've all got bright futures, 24 of Canada's best young basketball players, all high school age, and boy did we see some talent, some athleticism, some execution, some finish, some fight. This was all kinds of fun tonight here at Ryerson. For Leo Routens, Kate Burness, and our entire TSN crew, Dan Schulman saying, hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching the BioSteel All-Canadian Game.